Hi guys, it's your girl Olakemi Imo. Today we'll be having a quick brow tutorial. We are going to be looking at how to draw our eyebrows in 2026. Look at this. If you want to know how I achieved this brows, then keep watching. Is our eye pencils depending on your skin tone. If you are light in complexion, you might want to use color 18 and color 3 depending on your preference. If you love your eyebrows to be really dark, but for me, I'll be using eye pencil in shade 18 and shade 1. Then we'll also need edge control, which is your air wax. Any air wax of your choice will get the job done for. But for me, this is the air wax I'll be using. I already have a groomed brow, so I'll just dive directly into the video. But if you have a bushy eyebrows, you need to groom that first. You need a mattifying primer, any face primer depending on your skin type. Me, I have a combination skin, so I all get oily on my T-zones. I've run out of my face primer, so I'll be going in with our powder. You need to powder your brows first. So I'll be using this Early Pride Dry Contour and Highlight. This powder shade is called Ebony. I'll be using this shade to prime my brows. This is to reduce excessive oil. This will keep it matte for a long time. This brush from ELF is my foundation brush. But if you have a mattifying primer, you can make do with that. I'm done with that. Next is to take our spoolie, a clean spoolie, and our edge control, which is our air wax. Use your spoolie to scoop a little. Then you need to tame the brows. From the edge, you take it upward. Take the front side upward. Then this, move it to the side. Move it to the side here. Take the front part upward. And do the same thing on the other side of the eye. Move the front part upward. Tame the mid section and the tail of the brows to the side. After doing that, then we allow it to dry. Ensure it's well dried before we move on to the next section. Okay, it's dried now. What I do next is to go in with my powder again to make sure the brow stays matte for long. With my very sharp eye pencil in shade 18, I'll use it to outline my brows, starting from the starting point. This is just light strokes. Make sure your pencil is very close to your natural brows. If you make it far away from the air, you get to draw a very big brows. So you need to ensure it's close. So your pencil is very close to your natural brows. Can you see that? Please make sure your pencil is very sharp. Then you go to the upper parts of the brows. Don't just drag, little by little. Use it to trace the shape of your natural brows. Can you see that? Do the same thing we did here on the other side of the eye. And my pencil is very sharpened, then we go to the other side of the brows. So okay, little by little, little by little. Ensure your pencil is very close to your natural brow. Ensure what you did in the first part of the eye is also the same thing we are doing on the other side of the eye. Make sure the brows are looking equal, having the same shape. Then we're filling using natural hair strokes. Using hair strokes, hair strokes. Where there are no hairs here, I like to make it really dark. Hair strokes, guys. Don't just rub. Light strokes, hair-like strokes. Do the same thing on the other side of the eye. Hair-like strokes. Hair-like strokes. Following the shape of the brows, the hair on it. At the front, we went upward, so you also make strokes upward. Then at the tip, you push it to the side. We are done with filling. Then what I do next, using a very sharp eye pencil in shade 01, I'll outline the mid, starting from the mid section of the brows to the tail. I'll outline with shade 01. Very light stroke, please. Starting from here. This is just to make the brows pop very well. Very light strokes, please. You see that? We do the same thing on the other side of the eye. Starting from here, move downward. Please don't touch the front side, this area. Don't touch it. So what I like to do, in order for it to look more perfect, and I like to shade it a bit, the tail where there are no hair. Please, I'm using, I don't know if it's coming across on camera, very light strokes, very light strokes, light strokes, please. Do the same thing here. The same thing you do on one side of the brows, you do the same thing on the other side. Ensure one is not darker than one is not bigger than one. Just go in, continue, look at the two brows and ensure that the same. What I do next
to define the brows. For defining the brows, I'll be using
a concealer. This is a Pro concealer from LA Girl. It's a shade lighter than my skin for underneath of the brows.
We define with
concealer that is a shade or two. For me, I'll be using a shade lighter than my skin tone. While for the upper part, to define it with our foundation. Using this flat brush from Naked, Your brush must be super, super flat. Use any brush of your choice. You take a little
Concealer.
then
We define.
I like to start from this side. Don't just drag back. A little, little by little. This will take your time, but you need to really take your time here. I hope it's coming across on camera what I'm doing. Little by little. You need to be careful here, guys. You need to really take your time. Don't just drag. Little by little. Then go to the front part. I'm not putting any more concealer. I'm just using what is left on the brush. Then I'll come to the front part of the brows. I like to conceal because I'll be going in with my shadow conceal every other part of the eye. Highlighted eyebrows, no highlighted eyebrows. So we do the same thing we did here on the other side of the eye. From the midsection, little by little. Please don't drag up once, just make a straight stroke. You need to go little by little. And see, guys, then what's left on the brush I bring it forward. Defining the underneath of the brows makes a huge difference. Now let's define the upper part to make it clean and perfect. Using our foundation. For this, we use very little foundation, very little. Here is where you cut. If you have bigger places than the other side, this is where you cut. If you have one side protruding, this is the area where you cut. There's barely any foundation on the brush. I'm just making sure the whole top side is very clean. Ensuring the tail is very tiny. Do the same thing here. You can just go in and look at areas where you need to shade a bit. You shade, make it darker. The concealer you used earlier, you set it using your powder. I do my eye makeup first before going into my face. So I'll just use my matte eyeshadow, the color that I want to use to set the concealer underneath the brows. set it. But if you are the type that do your face first, your face makeup before your eye makeup, you can just set the concealer with the powder. I'm using my matte eyeshadow from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm taking this shade. After setting the brows, this is what our brows looks like. Now we are properly done with how to draw our brows. So I'll do my full makeup for my face and my eyes, and I'll be back. We've come to the end of this video, guys. See our brows. This is our brows, how it looks after our makeup. I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that you can slay your brows in this 2026 by yourself or for yourself. If this tutorial has been helpful, then like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel to help your girlie. Also follow me on all my social media platforms. The link will be in my description below. Follow me and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys. I love you.